Listen, I gotta say what's on my mind. Something about us doesn't seem right these days. Life keeps getting in the way. Whenever we try, somehow the plan is always real.
Character.
A good character.
He's a stereotypical American character from any sitcom or any movie.
Okay.
He's for me is a really American guy. In a good way. In a good way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, as you can see, in a good way. Not bad way. Of course, right? All your memories.
All my memories.
In Japan have been only the good ones. Right?
He's so nice.
Oh, yeah.
Well, first memory I had and first memory I got, I mean, when I met him first time. I just came to the dormitory. It was freaking hot. I was lost in a foreign country. And all of a sudden, these two guys came in.
No, we didn't come in like this.
Yeah, he did like just me as a character.
I don't know what this is.
Yeah, he ran to the wall. There was a wall.
Yeah. We used the door and we opened it and then we walked in.
Just like
You said hello, like gentlemen.
He helped me out a lot because I couldn't speak any Japanese. So he was my translator back then.
I'm a translator.
I would be in a lot of trouble with that.
Yeah, as you can see, I'm very important. Very important.
He is the president. Next president.
I will try to provide pics.
Should I change bigs?
Yeah, you should.
Big bigs.
Yeah, you should.
I should have you bigs, big bigs. I'm a pronunciation a little off, but hey.
Tony is a funny, outgoing guy.
I'm a good guy.
Probably the most popular guy in the school. Super normal dude.
Super cool. Emphasis on the super, really. Super cool. Super. Like you have to attach that title to it. Otherwise, you don't really get to.
Pretty much all of him. I mean, he's pretty much my best friend in Japan. So, he's like a brother to me.
I'm a brother. I'm touched. What is funnest time to get shenanigans in Shibuya that we went through?
Yeah, there was we went clubbing with a bunch of people. Shibuya clubbing with a bunch of people. Dorm party.
Oh yeah.
Partying in the dorm.
Yeah. Back when we used to have a lot of people living in our foreign friends living in our dormitory. Most of them were Americans, and we got together a lot. Had a kind of a get together in his room. It was always in his room. I think it's because it was the cleanest. Good times. Good times. Japan to study abroad, specifically for the fact that I really like Japanese culture. Like I said, I had a host brother that stayed with my family who introduced a lot of Japanese culture to me and my family. And from that point on, I've been really interested in Japan and learning the language and pretty much everything. So I decided pretty much from that point that Japan is where I want to end up in terms of my academics and my future job. I came here to study primarily for the fact that you can't really learn a language well outside of that natural setting. I can learn Japanese and study it as much as I I want in the States. However, I would never fully be able to master it without coming here. So I decided, I'd eventually need to come here. Now is the best time. I'm still young and I've got my parents to support me, so I thought now would be a really good time to do that. Well, at my home university, I'm studying English literature and international law. I came to Japan to study Japanese. I want to work in Japan in the future, so learning Japanese is necessary. I came to Kanda because Kanda has a really, really good Japanese program. So, taking advantage of that, I came. So far, so good. I'm learning a lot of Japanese, and I'm slowly getting better at the language. And right now, at Kanda, I'd really like to study Japanese, pretty much. I'd really like to just focus on it. Yeah. Well, on the weekends, I tend to like to, watch TV, do a little relaxing, read a good book. My parents have sent me a few nice books over the weekend, over last weekend, and it was pretty good reads. However, at school, what I tend to really like to focus on is studying Japanese. Since coming to Japan, studying Japanese has been a real hobby of mine. It's something I do quite often. So I really enjoy doing it. I really like it. If I had to say, I would study Japanese all the time. It's really enjoyable. I like learning new words, and I really feel like I'm learning, especially since coming here. Over the weekend, if I do get the chance, I will go see a movie. Makahari Mise. There's a pretty good theater there. Sometimes they throw movies in 3D. Yeah, pretty interesting. So there I like to watch a lot of action films and sometimes even Japanese ones. So then it's kind of like studying as well as enjoying yourself. So yeah. Yeah, the most difficult thing in Japanese for me, and I think for most foreigners, is noun modification. What that is placing the noun after the verb. In English, that doesn't really happen so much, so that can be really difficult to understand, especially when you're studying Japanese for the first time. For example, 昨日食べたレストランは美味しかったです。If you translate that directly, 直接日本に訳したら that becomes yesterday ate at the restaurant. And that can be very difficult for an English person, someone with an English background to wrap their head around.
See, I'm okay with the system, but also
Yes, that's probably the most difficult area for me. I was like, where else would you have it? One's about very much.
I've never done that before. I don't know, I might do that. That sounded so glorious.
I don't even know how to do it properly. I just said it's like,
The correct way to send it is fast enough. agak baik gitu sudah. I don't know, it's so weird to do that.
So you're messing with the IES too? I guess my favorite Japanese word would have to be chotto, because it can mean a lot of things and actually the reverse meaning. For example, if somebody asks you, have you eaten enough? Would you like more food? You can say chotto, as in to say I'm full. But really, if you directly translate the word, it means just a little. And that in Japanese can mean various things. So I find that to be really, really flexible. This is why I like it. Another situation in which chotto is used is you're turning in a report,
It sounds
and your teacher looks at it and says, "Kore wa chotto." It's small? No. It means that there's something wrong with it, maybe an area that needs a little bit more attention, and that it has that meaning as well. So there's multiple meanings you can get from just that one word, which if you translate directly, it just means a little. It can mean actually a lot. You know, it's a pretty interesting word.
For a while.
Kekko also works along those lines. So I really like words like that you can use in multiple situations.